uh, right with the Ember, but I think they wanted to get the Bristle early
Hmm.
just to help against the heavy push that could be coming their way, and then know that there's no way Beast Coast is going to waste
10
their
seconds
one ban
remaining.
on a Coddle. So,
The Brewmaster was kind of, I feel it's kind of
5
an ugly
seconds
ban from
remaining.
Beast Coast, just because it's like they have Bristle and Ember already, and it's just this Brew doesn't really look like this. Inch is supposed to do good for Brew, I think, in the lane, because you can remove his W anytime.
mhm.
And like I
Dire
feel like
team
Nyx
pick.
got even better because it's pretty
Legion
decent versus
Commander.
Coddle. Like
It's
later
actually really
competitive.
good. I mean, it used to be a lot worse. Before Will-O-Wisp existed and all Coddle was about was like blasting, he could just pop Carapace and wreck Coddle.
With his Ghost form, right?
Yeah,
And you can always
but
get it.
now it's like Coddle's not really blasting as much. It's just about
Hmm.
Will-O-Wisp only. So it's not a huge problem, but the fact that he's so damn frail and if Nyx is on him
10
with a
seconds
Vendetta,
remaining.
yeah, he's not going to be able to do anything about that. That's still a problem for sure, but I wouldn't say
5
it's as
seconds
severe as it
remaining.
used to be. But
Another, maybe it's just me. I don't know. I kind of like this Beast lineup. It's like they have Nyx for the break and counters for like answers for this Ember and Bristle and Coddle.
yep,
Legion to make Bristle back, Bristle front.
right.
A nice W spell for the Ember.
It's a little bit in the single target department, though. There's not a lot of like cohesive team fight from Beast Coast. I'd say if there was one thing missing from their pie chart, if you will, it's like a lot of
Yeah,
direct answers. Don't get me wrong. Like, oh, you want that? We got a counter for you. We got a counter for this. We got a counter for that. But they need to think about the overall team fight here because Thunder Predator have that kind of already going for them right now.
Radiant team
Beast Coast has
battle.
always, I'm not gonna say always, but
Aggro
they've been more of a team that's like they're slayers. They're killers. So
True.
they don't really. They like running around the map and just start slaying and having full control of the game. They don't care about these objectives or whatever. And one hero that's actually still in the pool, super meta right now, and a beast is this Ursa for Beast Coast, and it's a Hector hero too.
Yeah, and
3 melee
10
cores.
seconds
isn't
For
he
remaining.
good in a
Thunder
lane matchup against Bristleback as well? Like, wouldn't that be fine or
Predator.
no? Is the
It's
5
it's kind of
seconds
weird,
remaining.
but it is good later. Early, not so much because you can
Okay.
spam them out of the lane, and it comes down to the support if you have control.
Yeah.
But you have an Enchantress, so yeah, it is good. And anything, honestly, Bristol's just gonna cut the moment he gets 3 and it's like, oh crap, like Ursa can pressure me now. I'm just gonna cut and stack the waves, farm the neutrals, run around the
Dire team
neutrals,
ban.
and just keep stacking and pulling or stacking and killing them.
Well,
I actually think Thunder Predator has to ban Ursa. I feel it's way too good of an Ursa game. And on top of that, he actually has an answer for every single hero, including Coddle, because of the ball, right?
Yep. Yeah, it's very good. I don't deny that. We'll see if it's
So
going
much
to be
attack
something.
speed too, because of
10
the Beast
seconds
Aura,
remaining.
Legion W. But yeah, I
5
mean you're right about
seconds
Beast. Like
remaining.
they do have a lot of single targets, but they're just
What about
Dire
mid
We have
lane though?
team
I mean,
pick.
if they want to fill out their lineup with an Ursa,
Beast mid.
it would just do beast mid. Okay, okay,
Yeah, Beast mid is kind of meta these days. It's like an open pick.
fair enough. I know it was something like Nisha would do on Secret, but no pun intended. It felt like more of a niche kind of a thing to do. But I guess
Uh,
it's more widespread now.
No, it's pretty meta. I mean, I think I saw TNC and another C team in running
10
Beast. I mean, it's
seconds
getting more
remaining.
popular. It's becoming more meta. Just like
I mean, it's
because
just
Beast
such
has
a
been getting sacked, and
5
Yeah.
seconds
this
remaining.
necro timing is like essentially the most important thing right now. Because like I said, this Zeus strategy is like
Radiant
huge.
team pick.
This like 6 minute necro is like super broken.
all
Dazzle
right.
pick.
Okay, some a bit different here. Thunder Predator pull out a Dazzle as the pickup here. As is this the other support?
Open. It's open.
It's open.
So
Okay.
Kunkka is most likely a core. It's between Ember and Dazzle as the second, as the third core. Bristle's a core.
Yeah.
So
10
it's Coddle and
seconds
Ember.
remaining.
Coddle's a position 5 for sure.
5
Hear me out.
seconds
Coddle.
remaining.
Yeah, no, it's definitely gonna be the 5.
It's gonna be Dazzle 3, Ember 4, Kunkka mid, or it can be Dazzle mid. They can do a lot of things.
Let's see what the final pick's gonna be.
You now
Light
select
steal.
your heroes.
Or a single
Actually,
target. No team fight, but that is if you were saying they're killers. That's a killer kind of a hero. So
It's a very good lifestealer game.
and it's
though,
a Hector
as well.
hero too.
It's a Hector. It's a Radiance. It's a Radiance hero. Yes, Hector, you got it.
That's a Hector hero for damn sure. Can't forget that Hector is back. Can bring that serious sleeper farm
playing the S-
potential.
He only plays SA games. No, but has Hector been playing? Because I haven't followed too many
No,
Beast
well,
Coast games.
he wasn't playing last season when we were here casting them. And then even at ESL, it would be very off and on. I just knew he had his own personal kind of internet situation going on, but as of recent, it looks like he's been playing. I don't know under what kind of conditions, but we'll take it. Beast Coast fans, I'm sure will take it. They're always hoping that he's here, able to play, and we'll see what he's able to bring here. I like the lineup as far as it's able to kind of one for one certainly have answers for everything Thunder Predator bring, but again, I'm a little sus on how it's all going to be together. If a crazy fight breaks out, a team fight situation, and Beast Coast, let's say, kick off something wrong, they don't have that first pick-off setup from a Nyx, or it's a bit of a misfire with Beastmaster, I think things can get out of their control real quick.
Yeah, so we're seeing a Kunkka versus Legion mid matchup. Bristol Coddle versus Beast Nyx. And then Lifestealer Inch versus Ember Dazzle.
Beast Nyx. Okay, Coddle lane. All right.
Legion is playing the mid lane versus Kunkka. Because they didn't want to put Beast versus Kunkka, because he could just kill the boar over and over.
Yeah.
I think they waited for the pick, and the moment they saw this Kunkka pick, I didn't see who picked first, but that's my assumption. I think they waited because Legion and Beast are the open picks for mid, similar with like the Kunkka and the Ember, what we talked about.
I wonder if they will ever consider doing the whole blind pick on the Valve side of things, where teams can't see what the ultimate assignment is until the match starts. That'd be really
until you're in the game, right?
Exactly, yeah. So I mean, there's a bit of a funness to being able to do the quick last second swap arounds, but I'm sure it's also, stressful in a lot of these games. So
and some people get, because I've been on both sides from a coach and being a player as well, and it's just like you get antsy, right? Or you're kind of zoned out a little bit, especially these online tournaments. And even in LAN, like sometimes you're just like, oh shit, I'm playing this 100%. You're like, oh fuck, you fucked up, like you screwed up our draft, because it's like now they know what we want to do. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's just like sometimes you get a little antsy. So it happens. But yeah, I would like that. I think it would change a lot in terms of like on a strategic point of view with all these like open picks and so forth, and not waiting until like the last 5 seconds. Because if you don't pick either, and it's like I don't know what you're gonna get, that's not good either.
It'd be funny if it got to a point where teams were kind of trying to go way too like 5-head with it, and they're like, we're gonna pick a lineup where we're gonna make them think we're gonna swap, but we're actually not gonna swap, and we're gonna keep the roles as is, and suddenly a team puts themselves into an awkward situation where they mix up the picks anticipating something, and then something else happens. It definitely could just be way too meta. But,
I remember there was like a tournament before, because when you were able to swap around heroes to like kind of trick the opponents, and then like I forgot which tournament organized. It was a small little tournament, I think, and they removed like you can't swap after you pick heroes, and then Valve just completely removed it shortly after. It felt cheating. Like it's just like, oh, like you're playing this 100%.
I mean,
last minute swap.
This almost skirts that line. It's like both teams playing with the clock, last second picking their hero to show. It like almost skirts that line of being a bit unethical.
They're bottom lane here.
Yeah, there. Nice block in from Matthew now to block out Hector. He's forced to pop the rage. Even gets bumped back there with a blinding light, but Thunder Predator coming out swinging early.
That's really, really sad for him, honestly. That the fact that he had to go rage first.
Yeah. Let's see how much more punishing Thunder Predator could be, taking that into the laning phase, but it doesn't look like Beast Coast have brought a lot of attention.
He's not in the Radiance build either. He's actually going to Battle Fury build on Lifestealer. Hector's always been a type he'll queue up all 5 of his items, and he's good to go.
It's like, I don't want to think about it. I've already planned my game out. I just want to hit the boxes on the right hand of my screen. That's all I want to do. I don't want to open the shop again.
The battle begins.
Oh, top lane here too. MZ, is he going to go for this dive? Oh, one more.
Oh, got it. Oh, man, look how low Whisper is. Definitely was eating a lot of quills there, but has 7 charges in his back pocket. Well, this is awkward. He doesn't want him to go for the pull.
There's another bounty run there, but he's decided he wants to get both. Can't get it. And if MZ understood, like he was fogging him, there should be a ward up there, but
Schofield will pick it up. All right, yeah, so here it is. Legion Commander versus Kunkka is going to be the mid lane matchup. Is it still good for Kunkka? Because just Tidebreaker's still a thing, and it's not something you can necessarily purge off, and it's not like she has that innate defense for something like Kunkka's able to bring.
I think it's a pretty even matchup. It's just really like skill, I guess, a little bit, because he has enough Like he has enough sustain because he's gonna Tidebringer, then he's gonna lifesteal from Moment of Courage. He's able to trade hits and get one extra right click in. So I feel it's just a skill or slash just even matchup.
I love it. These guys having a lot of fun with each other. We saw at the beginning, everyone warming up the chat wheel. Now the spray tags in the mid lane just to try to get in the head. Or maybe they're like metaing it. It's like it's harder to see the creeps when the tag's right below them.
I don't really like what Moose did in terms of like and Hector, how they itemized. I think it's Moose was the one that needed to buy the Blightstone so he can actually zone this Ember more effectively because he's already a 2 armor hero, right? And he can outzone him and have more regen, but instead he's like he's out of resources and his right clicks isn't as effective.
Yeah, and they already have a Dazzle, so it's got plenty of heal power. I don't think there's going to be too much of a threat, and if they're able to kind of keep the creep wave in a good position, Thunder Predator could certainly get a lot going for themselves. Maybe even have potential, kill action here. They're on the bad side of a Shadow Wave. And look at it.
Thunder Predator definitely came in prepared because you can see they used on Obs and a Sentry to block the camps. They're very prepared for this Enchantress.
They're pinging him out. They want to make a move in for Hector now. Matthew starts dishing out the melee clicks.
Yeah, Hector's not very happy. He only has 4 CS. It's because of his itemization and skill builds.
Looks like Schofield is able to get a creep pull in the top wave. Try to take it all the way down. Blocks there from MJZ though to meet him across the way.
I love the mind games bottom lane still. They go for a kill here actually.
Yeah. They got it.
Thanks, we didn't miss first blood.
Yeah, thank you. Able to get the jump down there and get it going. As finally they're able to get the strike. They punish the Enchantress, and now that is going to be a crippling thorn in the side for Beast Coast in that bottom lane. Things mid lane though still on the up and up. As Legion has got 19 CS and now 8 denies to Kunkka's 13 and 1. And you talked about last game how important that XP advantage is. 4.5 now to just a simple level 4 of the Kunkka.
That Kunkka would do more better, but unless Chris Luck is just completely outskilling him.
Chris looks pretty good.
I think Leo Skull individually is a lot better than Chris Luck, but Chris Luck is a better killer. Like rotator and stuff. Interesting.
Sure, these guys play together and against each other all the time. Sure, they're scrimming a lot too.
Look at this top lane though. Going on there, just both jungling. Schofield's still level 1. MNZ's I think having the time of his life right now.
Yeah. Nice stacks to work with. Coddle kind of pitching in on the side there.
Another stack here from Coddle too.
Very nice. Seems more money for him. And not too much threat at really all. It's at the point where we're seeing the support ditch the lane entirely. Schofield is just going to take his business bottom lane and try to help things out on the front.
Bottom lane there.
Trouble's already there. They're able to get the quick kill takedown. And Hector now going to be back at the fountain. Matthew's still feeling confident, takes it right to Moose. But Matthew could have overstepped a bit because here comes Schofield. Maybe able to redeem things and get a kill in their direction. There's the slow. Gets out the slight, but patience from Schofield.
So one thing about like South America as a whole, it's like I learned this a while ago, is every player they love in the early game, they always try to outplay your opponents by carrying this Fairy Fire. They're like the only region I think that usually 4 or 5 players always buy like 1 or 2 Fairy Fire just to outplay the opponents in the early. And as you can see, like even like the Bristle has it, Coddle has 2. It's something that's kind of small, but it's kind of funny that we thought about before. Because we kept, our team in the past kept getting outplayed by this like stupid Fairy Fire. It's like, oh, we're getting first blood and boop, just get outplayed.
I wonder if it's just something that they're kind of like just comes from all of their like South American Dota play essentially. Because you're going against other people who are trying to outplay. It's like suddenly everybody's buying Fairy Fires. And here we have Leo Style doing a little bit of Fairy Fire action himself. Goes for the TPM, but not going to be able to make it away. Chris Luck gets the strikes, and they send the tips to sailing.
He had a 25% chance to hit that twice. Wow. That was a pretty lucky proc, though. He procced it twice, which is the only reason why he got killed.
They also get moves. Bottom. And they're just firing off on all cylinders at this point. But it is trouble for Matthew. Does get the heal from Frank, and now he has to find hope, juking himself through the trees. He eats a tree, sidesteps this way, sidesteps that way, slides away the stun. But he's blocked it from that damn creep. The tomato is there and has helped shut him down.
Hector's probably flaming him right now. He stole my kill, man.
Haste.
Kill's a kill. Still nice. Let's see what Losers wants to do. I mean, this is kind of sad, this top lane right now, for like this Beastmaster. Whisper's not like, this Bristle's gonna be so farmed. He's almost done with his Vanguard, 100 gold off.
Schofield thinking about moving in, but I mean,
Mid lane here.
what are you gonna do as we cut back to mid, and we do catch the snipe down there of Chris Luck. Matthew rotates over from the success of that bottom lane. After he was picked off, he just goes to mid and finds the setup play, but we're back at top as they dive a bit deep here to get pressure on the Whisper.
That was a huge kill. You know, Kunkka had to walk all the way back, and the fact that he was able to get something out of it is pretty nice.
Siege units here now, so they're trying to get as much catapult damage on the tower as possible. We saw Schofield before trying to whittle it down, and now rotations here. Chris Luck makes his debut up top. He's chasing it, and he wants to get that first duel, but now the Bristle has got too much speed, just runs himself out and away. And this is going to be a failed rotation.
Yeah, he was reluctant to like go on him because he noticed that his Vanguard's finished now and they don't have enough damage. But if it wasn't for the Vanguard, I think it would have been a really nice rotation. He finished it like around the same time during his rotation. Unfortunately.
Unfortunately, yeah, too much farm for top lane means the timing is just not going to work out.
Legion definitely needs to scale this game.
And, you
This
know,
Bristle... What was that?
I was going to say, you know, and because Kunkka got the kill, or, you know, they're able to get the takedown to Chris Luck, and he has all that time to farm in the mid lane. He's pretty much recovered now.
Yeah. And actually, wow. His Dazzle is actually... he's finishing up his book in 200 gold, 300 gold, 8 minutes with a full wand and boot. If he didn't finish his wand or boots, he would have had it by now. It's really fast necro timing.
Moo's able to snipe some XP to get at least to level 4 in his Enchantress, but trouble could be afoot in this bottom lane like you're talking about with that Necro book coming out soon enough, but Frank runs himself through the trees, avoids any approach here from Hector. Hector has to dish out the rage now as they trade it out. But, you know, Leo Styles, level 8 on his Kunkka. They've got both. He's got a TP in his pocket. If they want to make something happen bottom, they could counterfight here because it looks like Schofield's rotated over. They get a stun setup onto Frank. He does not have Grave. He just goes for the TP, but that's going to be canceled out.
Can I give him the kill?
Frank gets that kill.
Oh, those are the worst, man. Like, if you just TP and then it gets canceled, it's like the walk of shame back into the lane. That great road TP rotation by Schofield securing that extra, like, impale. Cancel it.
Certainly needed to alleviate some attention from that bottom lane for Radiant side. All the more time for Hector to kind of...
Well, Matthew got some nice ancient stacks for Leo style. He's going to give up mid lane to get some much needed EXP. While Kunkka just farms these stacks over here. Oh, he has all purple creeps. I don't know how he got it now.
Yeah, he's already getting pretty tanky, man. 1,500 life. Schofield's here. He says, what's going on? Oh, my goodness. You got some stacks. That's all pinged out. We have some Radiant members hanging around here. Chris Luck just around the corner, and Enchantress blocking off the one end. Are they going to make some moves here? It's actually Leo Style making the first move. Now with rotations from Frank, they look to converge onto Schofield.
Dead.
And he's dead. Just straight up.
Slow heal there by Lose.
All the meanwhile, MNZ, jungle, stacking, and farming away on the Beast Coast side.
Chris Luck was actually closing up on his Blink Dagger. A minute and a half ago, 2 minutes ago, he was like at 800 gold. He's at 1,700 now. He's farming his own stacks in the jungle as well.
Matthew's nearby, but they don't have enough reinforcements to really do anything to this Legion commander. Let her go there.
Well, Hector actually caught up in farm. Like, oh, this guy's a beast. He was getting completely destroyed in the lane. I actually haven't been paying attention to that, but he's caught up.
Yeah, they got that takedown of Dazzle, and like since then, Thunder Predator have been kind of shifting around a bit between that bottom and mid lane and
Do you
not
style
doing
torrent
anything.
stack here, Ancients? No, he missed.
Dire's
No, he got it
middle
actually.
tower is under attack.
Damn, look at all that money. Uses his
See how much
first
he
boat.
gets. He's at 550 right now. First boat of the game. No, second boat of the game. He used it mid to kill Chris Luck here. It's unfortunate that he had all purple creeps because he got them all really low earlier, but it had 40 HP regen and he
Yeah.
wasn't able to kill it.
But still, he'll secure a lot of money for himself.
About 600 gold actually. It's pretty good.
Works one step closer to finishing out that armlet.
Chris Luck, his now finished his Blink Dagger. Let's see. I think he should make a
Dire's
move with
middle
it.
tower is under
Maybe
attack.
it's a 4-man, 5-man rotation with this. With Roar,
Yeah, they got Roar
Blink
too.
Duel,
Oh yeah.
and Lifestealer. And Schofield, yeah, he should connect with Schofield and make the play together with him. The break will be really nice.
Gotta be careful though. Coddles does have his ultimate. If they don't catch Coddle himself, could just
They-
drop the Will-O-Wisp and they could do a TP.
Oh, they don't have enough
counterfight.
damage to kill this Bristle.
Yeah, they're a team that loves these. That would love these long-winded fights that kind of just keep going and going.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Or
Oh, this is it.
Radiant's
Yeah,
middle
they're
tower
trying
is
to.
under attack.
I don't know. Yeah, like you said, I don't think they have enough firepower though.
2000 HP with the Sage,
No
so
way.
the status 16% status resistance is the game changer as well.
It's like they pretty much need Kunkka Armlet to be
This
able
is
to
it.
take them down.
Mid here.
Oh, it's the same team.
They're scared to make this play. This is awkward because it's like Dazzle will just TP in. They assume that he's gonna have Grave, even though he doesn't.
Yeah. What I was meaning to say was they're gonna. It feels like they're gonna need to have Hector involved if they want to be able to take down this Crystal back. But Hector really wants to farm and be bottom.
Even then, if he's there at this point of the game, he really won't do all that much. He just wants to hit creeps right now and just.
Yeah,
being
no, I'm
able
just thinking
to,
that's what he should do. Is just like, yeah, guys, I don't think we'll get this done unless we had that kind of power available. So it's
Right,
just
right,
best
right.
to avoid that opportunity altogether and let him farm. But look what's happening to him as he even tries to farm out through the bottom, forced to ult and make it away in the back of a creep, and it looks like it's going to be good enough to give him the space to join his allies nearby and heal on up.
Radiant's
Look at his
bottom
whole
tower
team.
is
It's like
under
he's
attack.
getting press the attack, nature's attendance.
Mr. President, get down! Come this way! It's safe in the
Come this-
bunker! Thunder Predator just, like you said, they're killers. They're the assassins. They're trying to come in and get the snipe. But they'll settle for the tower instead and really opens things up for them in the bottom half of this
Radiant's
map.
bottom
And
tower has
They'll take
fallen.
objective overkills any day.
for sure.
Actually, the killing and carry is pretty big, but you know, objectives is still nice.
Yeah, they begin to rummage through here, and they'll see what that they can find nearby. Schofield is vendetted. Dazzle's here, but
Radiant's bottom tower
he needs
is
at least a
under attack.
+1. Maybe not Changes.
Inch feels really sad right now. It's like 14 minutes into the game, and it's just he's still level 5. He's not really able to like pressure or anything. They didn't even get to win his lane as well. Oh, Schofield just poking him with his vendetta, breaking him for fun.
But they're coming around to this mid lane. They're looking to go for their next tower
Radiant
takedown
structures
in
are
mid tier
fortified.
1, which is already pretty low.
Radiant's middle tower is
And I love
under
what
attack.
Thunder Predator is doing. They're really using their timings very efficiently. They're like, you know, this laning stage is over, guys. My bristle is extremely fat. Let's just run up these towers, run up the enemy, and just force them around
Radiant's
the map.
middle tower has fallen.
And Hector did finish his Battle Fury now.
He did, but you know that means he really wants to kind of farm a bit more. And if Thunder Predators kind of want to group up, you know, I think that is just for the better. You know, they avoid the opportunity of them getting caught and picked off from Beast Coast side with like Legion Commander trying to just get pick off duels.
Mhm.
And you know, Thunder Predators just work better as a team. They'll have Will-O-Wisp available. They have Dazzle. They have Book. I mean, what could go wrong? Just come together, take objectives one by one by one by one. Eventually, there's going to be no more map left for Beast Coast to work with. Now they're in the
Forcing-
boat.
They're forcing it. They know Beast Coast can't do anything about it. Beast Coast, honestly, they need about like 10 to 15 more minutes to be able to actually come online and do that extra damage that they need. So they need to just kind of split push, annoy them, delay the push, and pressure that Thunder Predator is about to run or do, because they have these Aegis and they want to run at the tier 2s and potentially even high ground.
Oh, I love this. They already had people TP to the bottom lane to go for the catch as they finish up the Roche, and now it's going to leave MNZ to get the swift takedown of Prissy. Leo Style sets it up, gets that X to catch him and pull him back. And now the chase is on. Going to see if they can get either Moose or Schofield here.
Dire's top tower has
Oh,
fallen.
but Schofield continues to hang around. Stuns out to Leo. Oh my God! That hurt, but they are able to at least get the turnaround kill. And tips will be shared.
Big play by Schofield there. Nice
Radiant
kill.
structures are fortified. Dire's middle tower is under attack.
And they went deep
Well,
for
it's kind
that.
of like awkward because it's like I always look at Enchantress as a hero that, like, if you don't really win the lane with her, it's like, what is her real true intentions? What are her comeback mechanics? She doesn't really provide team fight. All she provides is like a little bit of heal and being able to like help the lane shove, because you can just steal a creep and just send it to the side lane.
Definitely
Outside of
feels
that, she
awkward.
doesn't really do much.
Yeah, I don't know. Get oh, hold on. Roar's out. Can they do anything to Bristle? I don't think so. He just laughs at that roar, turns around, goes right for Chris Luck. Chris Luck looks like was successful at least getting one duel, but I don't know when that's going to be happening again. He just gets mauled over. They look to go back for Frank. Frank gets off the grave, continues to heal out. Finally gets brought down. Hector showed up and begins to bash him apart. The Will-O-Wisp going to be committed, and MNC is shredding them now with the quills. And Beast Coast come crumbling down.
Damn. If only they had a glyph there from Beast Coast, it would have been a small little game changer, because I think Bristle would have been able to die. But he re-aggroed the tower, because the tower, this tier 2 towers are no joke.
Yeah.
200 damage a hit this early in the game is quite a lot. That's significant with this no armor, very low armor heroes.
I assume the glyph was already used for like the mid tier 1
Yeah,
as they were taking it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's used.
Dang. Well, Thunder Predator now really on the up and up. They have a 5K net worth advantage. Bristle back continues to bulk up. Now about 12K net worth, and they've scored Schofield here, sniffing out for that 18-minute rune. Oh my goodness, they just gave him all of the wheel there. But now it's going to be time for Beast Coast to maybe hang their heads low for a bit.
Halberd is almost finished on Lifestealer. I think it's pretty nice. A little bit evasion on top of like synergy with the Feast lifesteal percentage.
How does this man still continue to find so much farm? Just I felt like we just acknowledged his battle fury, and obviously that's going to ramp things up even further. But here with the Sage, plus a pocket 1K gold.
It's Hector, man.
It's Hector, man. Hector thinks
That's all I
here.
can say.
Attention going to be diverted over as Whisper will get finished off. Thunder Predator just continue to go on the assault. They're moving as that pack unit, running around here with MNZ feeling like the alpha wolf of the group. Sieging forward now, looking to go for Hector. Hector's like, I still have more farm. More farm to do. Uh-oh. 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 Gets bashed.
Middle tower is under attack.
They try to bail him out. Mr. President, I don't know about this one. He turns around, he looks to go for the fight, but eventually it's just too much to handle, and he is going to be down and out. Now, he doesn't have a buyback because he did commit to the Sage, so he's out for 40 seconds without that precious farm.
Look on the Beastmaster. Look at his gold. Been holding that for a while. Just curious what he wants to get.
It's like, he's like halfway between Crest, Blink.
Doesn't have boots either yet, by the way.
Oh my goodness. Well, he doesn't have to go anywhere when the fight's already inside his own base. MNZ, just a battering ram here. Muscles down, tier 3 looking like paper. He can just kind of be the bouncer between these racks and the fountain. Thunder Predator looking and closing out their first set of racks here at the bottom lane, just pre-20 minutes. Are they going to just settle for the one? It looks like it. Everybody's back now from Beast Coast side.
Reset a little bit here. Where's the Aegis? Oh, it's gone actually.
And they got the Abyssal.
Wow.
That's trouble. Oh, and they got their own halberd. Uh-oh.
No, Bristle has his level 25 talent as well, which is the Vampire Fangs.
Oh. I was like, what?
20 minutes into the game. It's so
13%
broken.
spell. It's better. It's better.
It is actually a little better.
Damn. And here we see him going to work here. He's going toe-to-toe with Hector. Hector thinks he can do it, but Leo Style is the one guy coming in trying to help out his boy. Hector has the rage. He's surviving, but now going to be grossly outnumbered.
Radiant's top
He's
tower
so sad
is
he
under
can't get
attack.
these creeps. I got it.
Really got to get him. Got the halberd. Wants to go for Deso next. Really rip through that iron shell of the bristleback as they close out another tower. Only one more outer tower remains now. They already ping it. Just let's keep going to work.
Let's see, Thunder Predator is probably waiting for the next Roshan and looking into ending the game. They don't really want this Life Stealer to like continue farming at the rate that he is. This bristle's scary. Whoever he sees on the map, he's just gonna kill him. Like right now, he's killing this.
Like right now, as they see Whisper and slap him down. Whisper did eventually commit to at least getting the medallion and recipe, but was unable to finish out that crest. We'll have to now wait on the sidelines. I don't know if forced into buyback territory here, but here comes the push for Thunder Predator. We'll see if they try to force a buyback or we'll simply play it out like you said and wait for the Roche to really make things a bit more secure.
I mean, we'll see how much. It's just less risk, but at the same time,
Let's go!
Beast Coast doesn't really have damage to kill the heroes that they have, especially with Dazzle and Coddle as like the insurance. I guess alongside with the Kunkka, the shit. Chris Luck buy anything? Not yet.
It's like it seems to be the name of the game here for Beast Coast. It's like, you know, what now can their heroes do? What is their purpose in life? What now? It's because like you're looking at Legion Commander, not able to really snowball off the back of duels, only sporting 18 duel damage. You already talked a bit about the Enchantress and unable to really do what she does best in the laning phase. Now is in a bit of an awkward spot.
Wait up.
I'm sure this, as long as Thunder Predator playing as a team, Schofield can't find any setups for himself. It's just unfortunately awkward territory for Beast Coast.
Yeah, what they're doing, here it is again. They're going for the priority kill here, this Life Stealer.
As they try to muscle onto him. Matthew sliding in. Now they Abyssal and just shut down and finish off Schofield. They'll do this one without the Nyx Assassin. Looking to close out the second Rax. And simultaneous pressure onto the mid-tier 1. Hector thinks about going out the front door a bit, knowing that Bristle Boss isn't over here. But now that they finished out the Rax, here comes Bristle Daddy. And I don't think you can take him down. He's got all the help behind him here. He's putting his focus onto Hector. It's a lot of damage. He's fighting back though now. They're trading halberds. Now the Abyssal and the boat. Now the Will-O-Wisp. Patience from the Coddle to wait that one out. And it's enough to get the finish, and that could do it. He's out for 50 seconds. They're also going to lose Enchantress. She does have a buyback here, but it seems like if they're not able to do it there now, they're not ever going to do it, as they're set to lose their second set of racks.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen. Radiant's middle
Yeah,
barracks
this
are under
is really not much else to say from there. It's just, I just simply don't have enough damage for this Bristle. Like this free farming
Radiant's middle barracks
Coddle
has
Bristle
fallen.
with so much save and like sustain from, like I mentioned about this Ghost Ship and this Dazzle, and they have all these heroes that enable Bristle, like making him a typical like semi/soft hard carry into a super carry all of a sudden. He's able to frontline and he's able to do so much more because of the supports that enable him to do so. That's what this enabling concept is all about. When you have heroes that synergize with each other, especially in a hard carry perspective, it's like I said, it's like he's your, I mean, in this meta, sure, he's like, he's I call him like a soft carry, a hard carry, but now, in this game, he's a super carry.
For sure. And this was a second pick Bristleback. It was set up in the cards for Thunder Predator to have this kind of a game and success. Beast Coast will finally tap out of this is game number 1, but, look at Beast Coast lineup. We already mentioned I was very single target, and yeah, they're kind of responding back throughout the whole draft like, okay, I see your pick, and we got to counter, but it also just wasn't panning out as they expected. Legion Commander's not snowballing off kills to get like an early like Shadow Blade and an answer for Bristleback at that front. And Thunder Predator were able to just kind of get what they want from the laning phase, come together as a group, and ultimately Beast Coast are just, their hands are tied. They have no options. They have no tools or anything to take it to Thunder Predator.
Yeah, their drafts have been more so like even in the crazy games we kind of mentioned. It's very like well rounded. They have team fight. They have wave clear. They have like killers, objective takers, sustain, like all of this, right? And this is like they have a very like well rounded lineup. So essentially, it makes the lineup easier to play. And then like here, Beast Coast, a lot of single target. Zero team fight. Actually, Beast is a little bit of a team fight because of his hawk and auras that he can provide, but it's not like a strong team fighter. And then like this Legion, I thought it was a pretty good pick, but at the same time, he had 18 damage throughout this whole game. Won his first duel around like 20 minutes. And bottom lane, just I think the fact that they were getting wrecked completely, and Trencher's getting level 6 at like 15 minutes, it's like it slowed down their tempo, and they had a very, like we mentioned, they had to snowball, and if they didn't snowball, like Thunder Predator's just gonna steamroll them.
Yeah, I think maybe too much pressure on Beast Coast putting on themselves in the draft, getting these cute little counter picks and saying like it can work if everything works out in our favor, but too much team fight, too much power. Thunder Predator, they've looked good. They're already warmed up based on their crazy series. So Beast Coast, they got to think things a bit different for game number 2, but we're going to cut to a break first. When we return, game number 2 to come of Beast Coast versus Thunder Predator.